Hey, it's Lux, and I'm backstage at Pointfest with the party king himself, Andrew W.K. How are you today?
I'm partying. How are you, Lux?
I am also partying. I'm Pointfest partying.
Yes, Pointfest is very good at partying, and I've learned a few pointers about partying while being here. So This was a very special day for the band and myself, and we're enjoying every moment.
This is your birthday month. I don't know if you're one of those people who does like birthday, birth week. I'm a birth month girl. I like to celebrate.
Birth year.
Oh, yeah.
Every year. The whole year, yep. So that way you get to party every day indefinitely, which is my mindset. So yeah, my whole birth year and birth decade, and hopefully I'm going for birth century. But
well, I was going to ask you, how do you actually celebrate? Do you have an actual birthday party for your birthday?
Well, every day. Every day I celebrate the fact that I got the chance to exist. And it's great to have an official, formal day like a birthday where you really put that in the front of your mind. But I try to carry a bit of that birthday attitude with me perpetually.
Your party continues not only on stage, off stage, definitely in your merch section.
Oh.
Hot dang, I checked out your merch section.
Well, on the computer?
Yeah, straight up party. There are inflatable pizza guitars, taco guitars.
Yes.
And the most fun seems to be these messages people can get.
Yes, the personalized audio messages.
Never seen anything like that. It's got to be the most brilliant thing I've ever seen.
Well, that's very kind of you to have checked out our party store in the first place, Lux. And yes, people have asked me over the years to record messages for them. And so my manager made a formal process that people can go to say exactly what they want and pronounce the name that they want the message directed to. It would be something like, hello, this is Andrew W.K. with a very special personal message for Lux. Lux, I'm wishing you party positivity each and every day in each and every way. So go forth and party with passion.
This is like the greatest moment of my entire life.
Excerpt that and listen to it whenever you need a boost.
I'm absolutely going to. Well, if you don't mind, I want to talk about something just a little bit more on the serious side. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I just got a chance to listen to your episode of the Anxiety Hour. It's a Vice podcast.
Oh, yes.
I myself am diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and just hosted the AFSP, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention walk here in St. Louis.
Well done.
And you were named Man of the Year by the American Association of Suicidology.
That is correct. Yes, last year.
So this is something that you talk on often. What kind of advice can you give to people maybe who are struggling, maybe who are out there not partying per se, not yet on the party train? How do we get them on the party train?
Well, there's a lot to unpack in that kind of a question. Mm-hmm. I would first and foremost say that most folks are probably on the party train whether they realize it or not. And not my party train, but the party train, which is the one that I'm on and we all are on together, which is called, being alive.
Life.
Now, life is not easy. We all can accept that at this point, and coming to terms with that is a lifelong process. Coming to terms with what that entails, that the suffering is there to at best empower the joyful feelings as well. And ideally, what I would give to anyone, including myself, is to focus on a transcendent kind of positivity, a cheerfulness that includes within it sorrow, a happiness that includes within it sadness, a kind of euphoric sensation that contains all the emotions within it, and that these feelings are trying to tell us something. They're not there just to bother us or to ruin our life. They're there to teach us something. And if we work together, stay strong, and use our willpower and our optimism as much as we can muster up, we can actually extract some value even from the most brutal experiences. But that's easier said than done.
I mean, you literally just unpacked all of that, I think.
Well, it was a beautiful bindle that you gave me, and it was wrapped in a beautiful ball. So it was a pleasure to unpack, just to see all the different little treats that were in that question.
Well, I love the party mentality, specifically because I myself struggle with that. Some days when you really feel the heaviness, what is a way to just start your day to get up and get partying? What's the first thing that you do in the morning to get partied?
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's usually the first thing.
First thing, release.
First thing, sometimes also the second thing. I might have to go back for another pass. Drink some water. That also can help. Maybe even go like a third time. Mm-hmm. So you kind of leave everything behind there. You have some openness, some room to take in more party power. But also I turn to music. I mean, obviously that's why I'm here. That's the The centerpiece of all my experience in life has been music and the transcendent power of music, that it seems to be proof that I can actually turn to that gives me sensations that tell me it's good to be alive. When everything around me might say otherwise, the feeling of music, I cannot deny that there's got to be a point to all this. And I really rely on it, and I'm extraordinarily thankful for it, and I devote myself to it. I worship it. Music is the reason that I live when I otherwise feel like there is no reason.
I think music is so special in the way that when you're hearing it live, you're looking at your audience, and it's not just you who's feeling it. It's the gal in the front row who's feeling it with the guy in the back row who's feeling it with the guy selling merch over there. It's kind of a unifying thing. Can you think of any other things in your life or in life that feel the way that music do, or is that just the end-all be-all when it comes to it?
Well, for me, it's the end-all be-all, but nothing else does feel quite like it. That's why it's unique. Nothing else really feels like anything else. I mean, I could say food is very unifying. Pizza is very unifying.
Pizza is unified. Depends. Do you put pineapple on your pizza? That seems to be a divisive topping.
That's the beautiful thing. You can always split a pizza in half, have it half pineapple. You can even try to put pineapple on one slice.
Yes.
You could bring your own little pocket container of pineapple where you go.
Yes.
And just add a piece here and there. Things that allow us to transcend ourselves is what brings things together. Where you lose yourself, you forget about who you are just for a moment and connect with a bigger version of humanity, of life. Mm-hmm. And music, to me, again, is the most powerful way. But maybe music is telling us that's how life really is. It's just the reminder that there's endless ways to unify and connect.
Well, you play music, you write, you speak, you do all sorts of things. You're not just, there's no way that you could define you as just Andrew W.K, the musician. There's just a lot going on. Is there anything that when you started out doing it, you felt like this is super out of my comfort zone, and you were like, just anxiety all over it?
All of it.
Really? Even the music, it just seems like it comes so natural from you.
Well, I was a piano player.
Yeah.
I never wanted to sing, be a lead singer. I initially sort of started this Andrew W.K thing. It was going to be a band name, and I was just going to be the keyboard player. But then I had trouble finding a band, so I figured I better figure out how to do it alone, on my own, until I found others that wanted to party with me. So it's all been variations of awkwardness and scariness and discomfort to this very day. I don't anticipate life will ever stop feeling that way. Even if I tried to play it safe and never go out of my zones, I would probably get uncomfortable being in that zone of pure comfort. So that's the thing, like we said earlier, trying to come to terms and accept that life will always be intense, will most likely continue to get more and more intense. But if we just face that with some kind of dignity and resolve to keep on going, even if it becomes kind of automatic at times, I'll say sometimes just willing yourself to take those steps, whether you want to or whether it feels good or not. To have a purpose, like playing music for me, that was a way, music was more important to me than my own bad feelings. So it would get me up and get going, or force me to learn how to try to sing a song that I otherwise wouldn't sing, or play an instrument I otherwise wouldn't play, or party harder than I otherwise would think was possible. You can always party harder than you think you can. The partying you ever done can be exceeded, and that's how you grow.
Is there anything left that you would like to do? Are you going to come out and create a documentary? Would you like to do a comic book? Is there any realm of activity you haven't stepped or dipped your toe into yet that you're curious about?
I'm
politics, drop into anywhere?
The party gods give me their orders, and I do my best to follow them. So I'll be as surprised as anyone else to see what happens next. We're working on a new album, playing shows, and just very thankful. It's almost 20 years since this particular party adventure began, and every passing day we're more lucky and grateful and party.
Well, that's how the audience feels too. Just so you know, if you were not, we all feel very lucky to get to party with you.
Well, that's very kind.
And to have and for you to open up a space for us to party.
Thank you.
And just to open the conversation about things that are difficult is also really amazing. So I really appreciate that, and just wanted to say thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks
we're all in
the music.
Party together. We're in the party together, whether we like it or not. So we better try to make the most of it.
Well, thank you so much. Do you have any last parting words? Partying words? See what I did there?
Yeah, partying words. Don't stop partying.
Don't stop partying. You heard it here first. Andrew W.K. backstage at Pointfest. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lux.